are listening to the Pathfinder Guru Podcast, where we help you to become a greater leader. Join us as we take the Advent message to all the world in our generation. So, are you ready to become a guru in this ministry?
Attention. Welcome to the Pathfinder Guru Podcast, and thank you very much for joining us. I hope that you're doing well and you are safe under the shadow of God's wonderful, wonderful wings. In today's episode, we are going to talk about how to deal with post-event coming from a Pathfinder Fair. Basically, how do you deal with coming from a Pathfinder Fair or any program that has been a hectic one where children were going, playing, having fun, participating. And we're going to touch on things that you need to do as a leader to ensure that there is nothing wrong with your Pathfinders, number one, to solve all situations and also improve yourself for the next activity, for the next program that is yet to come. In each and every event that you'll be attending, but today I just want to talk about a Pathfinder Fair. The first thing is that you need to have a debriefing meeting. This is very much important, whereby you sit down with your Pathfinders, you review all the things that you were doing during the course of the fair, how you did it, and try to solve also any quarrels that were happening that you have noticed between the Pathfinders that was happening during the course of that particular Pathfinder Fair. This will also help you to improve and able to put people into place to say this person will now move and work with this person because they are better this way, or generally attacking and dealing with issues which may affect how Pathfinders work together in various activities. Remember when we talked about the part 1 on how to prepare for a Pathfinder Fair, we touched on a lot of things, primarily about praying for your Pathfinders. Same applies when you are coming back from an activity, coming back during that debriefing session. Ensure that you're praying, you're calling upon the name of the Lord to come in and help in whatever way, so that when that meeting is over, as a club, we leave as united and we are able to conquer and do things much more easier, because we are now saying to ourselves that we have had this debriefing, we have noted our weaknesses and strength, and we are able to march forward knowing that we will become better in the next program. Secondly, you need to have a feedback report. A feedback report is very much important, whereby you sit parents down, the church, to give them a feedback report on what happened during the course of the fair or during the course of a camporee. What did you do? What are the things that you have learned? Promote to parents, show parents that you are enjoying, you and your Pathfinders are going to these certain activities, and also thank them during the feedback report for their support, for them being there, because if they did not pay for the children, if they did not support, it was going to become difficult for you as a leader to ensure that all your children are going and attending those things. So during that feedback, ensure that you're giving them a proper feedback. What happened from day one? What did you eat? Who got sick? Just be transparent so that you can able to work with the parents, work with the church, to be able to promote and support the next event that may come along. They will know that these people value us and they care for us, and they are willing to go above and beyond to explain all the activities that they did, all the troubles that they have went through to making this event a success. So talk about those things so that you may have fun around those things, which makes life very easy when planning for the next event. Thirdly, do a checklist. Do an evaluation of all the equipments that you have. When you go to a camp, when you come back, you have used your material, you have used your tent, you have used your knives, your axes. Ensure that you teach Pathfinders how to review and check all their equipments so that they're able to fix them and note them down. If there's something wrong with a knife, he knows that he will be able to sharpen the knife and is ready for the next Pathfinder Fair or to the next Kempori. Everything needs to be in order, to be in check. So ensure that you're checking everything, you're noting it down. What I also do sometimes is that during the fair or during the Kempori, when I pack my tent, for example, I always check it as I'm packing it, as I'm cleaning it. And if I notice something, I always have duct tape. It's either I have duct tape or a tape that is a different color, or yellow duct tape, so to say, if for a lack of a better word or terminology, whereby I'm going to mark certain areas where I need to revisit when I get home after settling down from the fatigue of the Kempori. I'm able to check each and everything, that everything is in order. So do that. Ensure that you are checking everything. Do not find yourself being left with only 2 weeks to the fair, 2 weeks to the Kempori. Only then you are checking your ropes. Only then you're checking your equipment. Let us be professional and let us ensure that we are doing things in a correct manner so that Pathfinders are able to see how to take care of everything that they use in respect to camping and doing their events during a Pathfinder Fair. Fourthly, what you can do, this is just a bonus level, what you can do, even for parents, just have a small exhibition of showing them what events did you do, showcasing the events that you've done. Some parents are not able to join you during your Sunday practices. They just drop off the Pathfinders and they leave. But you need to create a day to say, no, we are showing off. This is an exhibition of everything that we have done. Come along, join us so that you can see the beautiful work that we have been doing in the ministry. And once you're able to do this, they're able to promote and support and know that as a club, we are really working, and children are so much happy in participating and being part of this great ministry, which is the Pathfinder ministry. So an exhibition could work. Look at it. Think about it. Maybe it might not work. Maybe you want to show videos of what you did at that Kempori. Have a highlight of something that they are able to see as you are presenting. It becomes a better way of promoting and showing to parents. It is very much important when we come from any Kempori, any Pathfinder Fair, we review. We check ourselves, we check the equipments, we give report back so that we can improve. When the next event comes, we are ready, we are sure, and we are able to turn our weaknesses into a learning curve so that we can come out stronger and we can go to the next event prepared to do more. I pray this episode helps you to think about ways of how you can do things better. Maybe you even have a better way. Maybe you have something else that you can put in this whole list that I have shared with you today. And I hope that you have learned something, and thank you very much for joining us. But for now, you are dismissed.